Content.
Okay, so it was uh it was my first deployment to Iraq, and the invasion had just happened. I think like 4 months earlier, and
What
this
invasion?
the initial invasion of the country
For what war?
for Iraq.
What year?
Oh
Sorry, I'm
three,
not familiar.
2003.
Okay.
So for the initial invasion, this had already happened, but the guy was in my unit, right? I was in second platoon, he was in weapons platoon. So in a Marine Corps infantry rifle company, there's four platoons: first, second, third, and then a weapons detachment. He was in weapons. He was a machine gunner. His name, now I have to try to remember his name. His name was fucking. Okay, I'm drawing a blank. Can't remember, but this guy was super scary. He was fucking like 6'6". Jesus, I don't even know how heavy he was. You like imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger, like young Arnold Schwarzenegger, like that body type, right? But this guy had like this guy's face was like Quasimodo. He literally looked like a monster, and he was thrown into the brig. He was thrown into military prison, not because of something that he did, but apparently before I had got there and before the initial invasion of Iraq, um, there was I don't know some kind of like drug ring that was going on like inside the company. Like a few Marines were like making like home cooked fucking meth or some shit, or they were smuggling drugs into the company, something like that. And he wasn't doing it, but he knew about it, and he didn't say anything. So he just got kind of like in trouble just because he was in the vicinity of the people that got in trouble, kind of thing.
Guilty by association.
Right, exactly. Guilty by association kind of thing. It's like, oh, you knew about it, but you did nothing, so fuck you. You got fucked too. Well, that's how the military operates, especially the
Yeah.
Marine Corps. So he got thrown into prison, fucking for the rest of his term. Basically, throw you in jail for years and just fucking throw away the key. You're in the brig. And for the initial invasion of Iraq, my company commander and my company first sergeant, who were themselves fucking badasses, went to what do you call that? Went to the division commander and personally pleaded for his release. They went into jail. It was almost like something from the fucking A team. They went into jail and they basically told him, they offered him, they said you could either come to Iraq with us and go to war, or you could stay here in the fucking brig. It's up to you. And he chose war. And this motherfucker was a fucking brick house, dude. He's the only person I've ever seen clear rooms with a 240 Golf. Here, I don't know if let me show you a picture of a 240 Golf. He was a great guy. Like kind of. I don't know. He's psychotic. He's great in a really like if you were on his team, he was great. If you were fighting him, you'd fuck your life. Just kill yourself. Because they don't know that fact. Because civilians are told that we are upstanding people
Until they get
when
brainwashed.
when in reality we are fucking psychopathic fucking train killers. We have ruined families and we don't feel bad about it. They don't go as far into the psychological training as the Marine Corps does.
having
Well,
this much wrist pain that you're having to do multiple pauses.
Well, not only that, but like I don't think he's going to win this game, so he's going to have to win a full game.
Yeah.
The CC just goes down. Planetary. Yeah.
There, I just linked a picture. That is a 240 Golf with a Marine standing behind it for scale reference.
Really kind of sad to see. And the unstyle, of course, is
So this motherfucker was such a fucking beast that he was shouldered just like how it is in the. This weapon needs a tripod to fire. At the very least, a bipod. This motherfucker was clearing rooms in Iraq with it on his shoulder like a rifle.
remember MVP actually, he was getting so many wrist issues, he actually switched his style and started playing like basically mech in all the matches.
So it's just a normal gun for him.
Yeah, for him it was like a baby toy.
Like if he had an AK, it would be like a toothpick.
Yeah, this guy was a monster. I would not fight him. I was scared of him. One of the few men on this planet that I could say I was truly terrified of. And I was glad that I was on this team.
Dark is maxed out.
Yeah, Byun still has a lot, right? He doesn't have his +3 attack on the way, but his +3 armor is on the way, so we know that he's making
What happened to him was truly tragic. It's one of those stories of fucking stupid ass U.S. fucking bureaucracy that I just don't understand. He's like one of the few people that, because of what had happened to him that got him thrown into the brig, that followed him throughout his career. He was not able to sign up for his third enlistment after that. He could only go 8 years, and then they kicked him out because of what happened. So he was a Marine that wanted to stay in, was a damn ass fucking probably one of the best Marines that I can fucking recall, and they kicked him out. Whereas other people that are pieces of shit, for some reason the Marine Corps tries to like keep them in, and it's like clearly you should kick them out because they don't want to be here, and you don't want them here because they're fucking pieces of shit. Why are you trying so hard to like keep them in?
if he had been able to
So it's one of those things where it's like they're trying to keep in the people that are shitheads and they're kicking out the people who are fucking damn good at their job. Why? Because they got into a little bit of like paperwork trouble. Like, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I think
Bureaucracy? No, that's not just the Marine Corps. That's just the U.S. government in general and bureaucracy.
not trade that efficiently. There's so much creep on the map. It doesn't seem like there's really any ideal location to put.
Politics. It's what happens when politics enters the military.
Way of this army, but
Mm-hmm.
hold on a second. Maybe I'm going a little bit too far.
Politics can ruin anything good.
And maybe there is some kind of a Hail Mary play here. I mean, honestly, the best. That's actually.
I don't know where anyone in my unit is.
Yeah, but I mean.
Really? You never kept touch with them?
I tried to at first. I don't know. I just lost contact with everybody, and I don't really care to.
you really do see
Figure it out.
Yeah.
not the same levels that you're seeing earlier. Obviously, not the same that we saw in Aces as well.
Although, let me see.
So these attacks, it's like he's making armies send them across, and it's not quite there. It's really tough, you know.
I think of my original squad, only 5 of us are still alive that I know of.
And to have that hurt even a little bit.
So it's about half. Half.
Yeah, this is tough to watch.
The other
You're
half
a
are
couple
dead.
years older, I would ask you if you knew a couple of my classmates, but I doubt you would know that.
The other half are dead.
Yeah, and so he's like, oh, all right, well, I'm not in any hurry to really end this then.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Honestly,
mean?
he can play like kind of a.
He probably doesn't. I'm not going to say it on
that are hard to micro out of. How is Byung going to do the multitasking that he needs to do?